Hi, this is Katie and Taylor, and I have Taylor's makeup all done for a performance day. I want to show you how to use the SeneGence products to be able to get this look, to achieve this look that will last the entire day. Right, Taylor? It's not going to come off. Is the lip color going to come off? Everything stays put the entire day. So thanks for your purchase of SeneGence Performance Makeup. I'm Katie of My Beauty 411. If you have any questions, I'll make sure I leave the links in the video so you can reach me. And I hope you have a wonderful season. Hi, it's Katie, and today my model is Taylor. And I'm going to do a makeup look for Taylor, who is a dancer. So I'll show you the way to use the SeneGence makeup for great performance makeup that's going to stay on the entire day through your whole day of competitions. It won't come off on your costumes, and you don't have to reapply. So it makes it really nice. Plus, all of this line is good for your skin too. So even though she's young, she has beautiful 14-year-old skin. This product is so good for their skin. If the kids go outside, you're covered because it's sun protection as well. So the first thing we already took care of is Taylor, we did moisturizer all over her face. You want to make sure that your skin is very moisturized, and that way the makeup just goes on really smooth. If you don't use a moisturizer, SeneGence has a great line of products, and I can recommend one depending on your skin. If you have dry skin, normal to dry, or normal to oily. So if you're young and you don't like a lot of coverage, like most of the girls when they're, I'd say probably under 13, don't need a whole lot of coverage on their face, but you just want to even out their skin tone so the rest of the makeup looks spot on. So a couple options. We have something called CC cream. Will you hold that, please? And the CC creams come in two different formulas. You can use a light or medium. So depending on your skin tone, you want to match her face to her neck. But the CC cream is color correcting tinted moisturizer. And what I like about it is your moisturizer. It is a hint of color without being heavy or a lot of color. This is the regular foundation. We'll hold that. And what I'm doing is I have a little palette here, and I'm just going to do probably about half a pump of product. Now, if you can see that if you're used to wearing foundation, you'll find this is half as much as what you normally would have used. So start with just a little pump. I like to apply the foundation with a stipple brush. This one is from Real Techniques. It's probably 10 bucks at Ulta, and this works really well. It's a flat bristle, and so you're just going to stipple it on. It gives you a really nice all over coverage without feeling heavy on their skin. So I just dip the edge of the brush in the foundation and then just come all around. When applying the SeneGence foundation, just do a little squirt on the back of your hand and then pick it up with your brush to apply. One of the benefits with this foundation is it will blend to your skin tone. So unless you're way off on choosing colors, it's going to blend really nicely with your skin. Okay, so it really quickly just gave her a really nice even tone to her skin. Because they're dancing, make sure you get all the way up into the hairline. With their hair pulled back, you want to make sure that you've got a good coverage. This foundation will match up to 3 different tones of skin. So you want to make sure that they're blended really well. You don't want to line right along the neckline here. And you might want to just touch on the ears a little bit just so it all blends. But with the SeneGence product, it's really nice to use because it does blend to their skin. So unless you're way off on skin color, matching the color, it's going to blend right in with your skin tone. And I will help you find the right color. All right, so that's the foundation. Just a tiny bit of that. Now, while her skin is still really hydrated, I'm going to do the blush. The blush we're using is Cherry Blush. This is the most color you're going to get in the blush. It is a cream. So I'm going to show you how little of this you use. So I'm just going to take a little dot, like that much. Get back on. All right. So you can see that we still have a lot of, try and get this to where you can see it. There you go. So we still have quite a bit of foundation left over. And then a tiny dot of the blush. It goes a very long way. I'm telling you, a very long way, doesn't it? So make sure your skin is very moisturized. We hold that, please. And I'm going to take a little bit of pearlizer, which is, you don't have to use this, but I prefer this. Pearlizer is like foundation, only lighter, and it has a little shimmer to it. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit and we'll blend it. Just use the end of your makeup brush, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit so it's mixed together, so it gives you just a really pretty little bit of a shimmer there. And I'll use it right from here, right along her cheek. So you don't want to go lower than her nose. Just do a couple dots and then use your stipple brush. Don't let it sit there very long. And you're just going to use the brush to pat that in and blend. The key is you want that moisturized skin. And when you're on stage, you need more color than you would regularly. So we're just getting it right up to the center of her ear and bring it down, and you don't want to go below the nose. So we're just going to take it right here, and that's the most color that we're going to do right there. So I can make sure it's even. Okay, there we go. All right, that's the blush. And look, there's still a ton left over. A little goes a long way. Remember that. All right, so you could hold that again, sorry. Now the colors that we're using for eyeshadow, this one's called Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. Then we have Garnet, which is a dark brownish color, a dark kind of a reddy brown. And then I'm going to use the Onyx eyeshadow as eyeliner. Now we're going to do false lashes, and I think that really gives them that thickness they need for their lashes, but I still like to go back in and do a little bit of black so that you don't have a gap between where the lashes are and where the eyelashes are. First, I'm going to get this all over her eyelid and go right up to the eyebrows. Now you can put this right directly on her eye. And just do a few dots of color and then come in and just blend it. Gives it a really pretty shimmer. Then we'll do a little bit of the Garnet. And I do the Garnet in, let me turn your head just a little bit, in sort of a V. You want to follow the line of her lashes. Extend that line and bring it up and out. Okay, and the darkest is going to be on the outer corner, and then we'll come in. Okay, and then you take your brush. It's just kind of a little bit of a fluffy brush. Don't let it sit there too long. And then just blend this in. Remember, when you're doing performance makeup, you do want it a little darker than you would for normal everyday makeup. And you can always go back in. These are cream to powder, so you can go back in and add a little more wherever you need it. And there's no fallout. There's no flaky powder to fall out and get all over your foundation. All right, turn. Alrighty. And then we can take a little bit of this brown and go underneath. Just using the end of a really stiff brush. Can you see that? I'm just using the very end of it, dipped right on the Garnet. And we'll do this as a little bit of brown underneath her eye. And just bring it from the outer corner in. All right. And then we'll go in and use the Onyx for eyeliner. Again, just dipping it. You can wipe off what's on the brush, the brown, but now we're going to go in with black. Get a little bit right on the tip of the brush. And instead of actually drawing a line like you would with liquid, you can dot this in and really get it right in close to where the lashes start. Just get it right in. You're almost just coloring the lashes right at the base. And we can make this as thick as we want, but it's really just to give you a guide on where to put the lashes. Okay, open. All right, and then I'm going to go back in and do a little more of this. Here, turn your head so you can see. I'll do a little more of the eyeliner on the bottom just to extend and make the corners of her eye a little bigger here. From about halfway. Okay. All right, and then depending on the brows, you might need to do a little brow. All right, so for Taylor, I'm just going to thicken her brows up just a little bit. She has really nice brows, but again, from stage, sometimes it's hard to see, so you can do a little bit more. I'm just using, this color is called Mocha Java, and I'll put this in her brow. Now, what I like to do is start at the arch, and that's where you want it the darkest, is out the outer tail. And I'm just defining hers. You want to bring that brow out. Follow the line from your nose to the outer corner of your eye, and that's where you want the tail of the brow to end. Then we'll take it and I'll do the underline. And if you do just little hair strokes, then it looks very soft and natural. Okay, now Taylor has a nice strong brow, and it just accentuates her eye just a little bit more. All right, let's do the other side. So now you can get up nice and close and you'll see what we're doing. So I'm using the lightest color, which in this case is the Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, all over her eyelid. Just kind of pat that in, blend it a little bit with a brush. And I like to start with the lightest color, so then you can just use the same brush if you need to. And then make sure you wash your brushes, you know, at the end of the week or so, so that you have nice clean brushes that you're using on your face. This is the darker color, the garnet. We're going back in and just blending it the darkest on the outer part of her eye and just trying to keep that shape to her eye and extending out to the end of her eyebrow. And that gives it a really big, opens our eye up really big. And then just blend it in. Because it's not a powder, you don't have to have the fallout, and you don't have to, if you mess up, just go back and add a lighter color back on top, or the darker color on top, whichever you need. You have about, I don't know, a couple minutes of blending time, and then these colors dry and they stay put, so you could swim in these products if you really wanted to. So just use your brushes to blend and start with a little, and you can always keep adding to it until you get it exactly how you like it. This is the eyeliner now. This is going in with the Onyx eyeshadow as eyeliner. There's also a liquid eyeliner you can use from LipSense or from SeneGence. It dries immediately, but I like working with the Onyx eyeshadow because you can really add to it. You can smudge it out. You can really play a lot with the Onyx as your eyeshadow, as your eyeliner. You can even get on your waterline because it's waterproof. You can get right on their waterline, and it's good for your skin, so you don't have to worry about putting anything harmful into their eyes. Now the Mocha Java on her brows. And again, you can use Mocha Java, you could use Garnet, you could use, depending on what your hair color is, you could use Ebony Essence, you could even use a little of Onyx and mix it with your Garnet if you want a dark brown. So just play a little bit. Mocha Java is probably best for blonde. Garnet mixed in would be better for dark hair. And it just thickens it up because remember, when you're on stage under the lights, it's really hard to see all the features. So that's why you want to really take some time to fill in your brows. Okay, so now we've done both of Taylor's eyes other than the lashes. We still have to do a little mascara and the lashes. And so now we're going to do the lips. Now, some kids have really dry lips, so you want to make sure. I recommend using like the gloss that you're going to get. This is when you get the SeneGence color, you have LipSense is the name of the lip color, and it's the blue-red color, same color as Christina Aguilera. And then the glossy gloss is what you put on top. The glossy gloss is key. This is shea butter and vitamin E. So it's going to not only keep the color on longer, it sets the color, but it's designed to penetrate through the color to soften and hydrate her lips from the inside. If you notice that your daughter or yourself have really dry lips, make sure that you use the moisturizing gloss the night before competition, and then you wipe your lips off in the morning. So I have there's a little foundation on Taylor's lips, so I'm just going to use a little witch hazel to wipe off her lips. So go ahead and smile for me, thank you. You want clean, dry lips. Do you want to wipe that? Sorry.
All in my mouth.
Okay. And then when doing the lip color, you want to do three thin coats of the lip color. Try not to go back and forth. Try and go a smooth direction. And if you want to really get, you can correct her lips just by using the tip of this. It's pointed, so you can almost do like you're doing a liner first. So we'll do that first. And you want to have them smile. Can't see that. Smile. We'll do the line first. Turn and face me. Okay, so I've drawn the outline of her lips first. Now I'm going to go back in and I'll do a smooth swipe all the way from side to side. So if you smile slightly, that spreads your lip out. Then just come all the way across. Okay, that's one coat. We'll do that on the top. Roll your applicator over. Okay, that's one coat. Let it dry for a few seconds, and then we'll go back in and we'll do the second coat, and then we'll do a third coat. You want to use 3 thin coats of color, and that way the color is protected as she's eating and drinking during the day, moving her lips, talking. You've still got that one color that's sandwiched in the middle, and of course the more they put the gloss on throughout the day, the better their color will last and look throughout the competition. Okay, let it dry. Don't put your lips together yet. Keep your lips apart. That was 3 coats of the color, okay? And you're just going to let it dry. If you make any mistakes and color outside the lines, you can use something, it's called Oops Remover, that came with your kit. The Oops Remover is specifically designed to clean up any mistakes if you go outside the lines. Okay, so that looks good. Where? Oh, okay.
It's in my bag.
What you're going to do is put it on the part you don't want and just let it sit a couple seconds. It takes about 10 or 15 seconds, and then you use the tip of the applicator and just gently rub it off. So let's see. Okay, good to go. So now her lips are dry, and so we're going to use the gloss. The gloss you just add, like I said, a few times during the day, and that keeps your lips really moist and hydrated. Some more. And look at the applicator. There's no color transfer. So the color will stay. It's not going to smudge or smear. So that's going to stay the whole day. All I recommend is you add the gloss a couple times during the day and you're good to go. All right. You might sometimes, depending on what they eat, you might have to touch up a little bit of the color on the inside on a really long day. All right. So let's do your lashes. All right. So I'm going to show you my trick with lashes. So we're using, these are just some wispy lashes, and I keep the form so that we can reuse them throughout the year. I like to use the Duo adhesive that starts out white and then it dries a clear. What I do is I just do a little dot of the glue right on the form, let it dry a little bit so it gets tacky, and I don't have any of my little. All right, and then what I'm going to do is take whatever you use. You can use an orange stick, or whatever you have on hand, and just get a little of that glue on the edges. And make sure, especially on younger kids, make sure you trim the lash to fit. What? You're holding it for me?
There's a hair.
Oh. All right, I get it all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've got the, I've got the glue on the lash here, right on the edge, and sort of run it in your fingers to bend it a little bit. You want to get it really soft and pliable to their eye, the shape of their eye. And you trim it so it fits. But you want to give the glue, I don't know, maybe about a minute to dry so it's a little more tacky and it holds better. If you use an orange stick, you can get it right in there. You can also use tweezers to get right in there. Taylor's really good at doing this all by herself. So I'm going to have you turn your head. Just come right in here. And it helps with the eyeliner line because then you know right where you want the lashes to be. And then I like to sort of, because that glue is tacky already, I'm going to take it and just sort of make sure those lashes curl up. You don't want them to go straight down. All right, let it sit. Now slowly open. How'd we do?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit on the edge. All right, so we can still move it. Get it up a little higher there. Better?
Sure.
All right. So then turn. You can see the glue. There's still a little glue line there. That'll dry clear. And then I'm going to go back in once it's dry and put a little more eyeliner on there, the black Onyx eyeshadow. So I'll go ahead and do the other side. Okay, so now Taylor is done. Her makeup is on. She's ready to go dance for a day. Everything is going to stay. So her eyeshadows, everything, nothing creases, lip color isn't going to come off. So you don't have to worry about their makeup coming off. So If you have any questions, give us a call. But I recommend just save this video and watch it so you can practice and play with the colors. I hope you guys have a great season. Thanks a lot.